Welcome
What's
to
up?
the next episode.
Yeah.
It's me, the resident witch in the woods, Tempe, and
Me, the vagabond.
Annie. Ooh. Ooh. I like that one.
Yeah.
And we are here to talk about allegorical horror movies.
Or as I like to call it,
Allegory
Horry.
This was a brain workout.
Mm-hmm.
It was a brain workout this week.
Yeah. It was. Because, you try to take the movie at face value, but it's allegory horror, so we're like, okay, wait, hold on.
It was like watching Antichrist all over again, where I'm like, symbolism!
Uh-huh.
Symbolism!
Uh-huh.
Symbolism!
Yep.
Yep.
It's a very symbolic week.
Very symbolic.
No Willem Dafoe.
For
like half a second.
half a second. We got half a second of Willem Dafoe.
Yes, we did.
Half a second.
Second week in a row with Lars von Trier.
Yep. Second week in a row. It was a hard one. Max is going to be very happy that we finally watched House That Jack Built, though.
I'm very happy we finally watched House That Jack Built.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
And, I've been saving watching Parasite for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad I watched that one, too.
Yeah.
I'm glad I watched that one, too.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, with the help of a little bit of movie magic, we're going to talk about Relic.
Relic. This movie got a lot of high praise.
Was it deserved? No. I'm just going to say it. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Look, we all know one of my comfort movies is The Taking of Deborah Logan.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was The Taking of Deborah Logan had that movie continue to be about dementia.
Yeah. And while the message of it was beautiful,
Yes.
I feel like it fell short in a few scenes,
Mm-hmm.
Like, quite frankly, at the beginning, when Jamie, the lovely, lovely young boy that used to hang out with our main characters...
Love him.
But when he was like, no, my dad doesn't let me come over anymore, I'd be like, okay, well, it was nice visiting you, Granny. I'm gonna head on out.
Because hit the old dusty trail.
I would trust Jamie.
Yeah.
And she was even like, oh, you want to come in? I'll make you some... I don't know what she... mallow? Which I'm assuming is like hot chocolate with marshmallows?
I guess.
And if you went, no, I think I'm okay.
No.
That would have been it for me. You know?
Yeah.
That would have been it for me.
Yeah. I feel like, yes, I know this movie falls into allegory horror.
Yes.
But it was more in your face.
It really
You
was.
don't really need to sit there and try and translate anything. You
No.
don't need to deep think anything.
It's all right there on the surface.
Yeah. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Make me think about it. Pull a Lars von Trier. Leave me confused.
Exactly. Make me go on Google and say, what does this mean?
Yeah.
What was the point? Because, what was the point? I mean, like, I get it. It's dementia's horrible. It's like watching your loved ones turn into a monster you've never known. Molt. Yeah. And, how it's hereditary and, like, watching that, you know that you're destined for that fate as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have been a little not so literal about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what bothered me.
Yeah,
though.
it's just so literal.
Yeah.
So literal. Except for the daughter being stuck inside the walls for majority of the movie.
Yeah.
Which, could have been really, really cool. But I feel like that sequence went on just a little bit too long,
And how apropos that she's completely lost and yet comes out exactly where the movie kind of put us.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't know where she is, and there's 5 layers of hell going on in there, but she's going to come out above the fireplace. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't care for this one.
I didn't care for it either. I think... Look.
The acting was beautiful.
The acting was great.
Yes.
We had our girl from Trans-Siberian.
Yes.
Who I adore. I think she is so gorgeous.
Yes.
But I found myself laughing at this one
Yeah.
more than taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Like when she's walking through the closet that turns into the 7 layers of hell, I sat there going, the never-ending closet.
Oh, man, I was thinking about Narnia, so...
Right?
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking, had she been Justin Long's character in Barbarian, she wouldn't have been worried about getting out. She'd be measuring how much square footage
Yes.
was back there.
Yes.
And that's all I kept
I love
thinking
that
about
scene.
was, where's your tape measure?
I love that scene.
Right? That was such a good one. Can we talk about how at the end, when they're helping Grandma molt, and, you know, she's in her final form, I want to know what you thought when you saw that final form.
There's a horror movie that has a character like that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember which one.
Oh, mine's worse.
What is it?
Chocolate? I remember when they invented chocolate. I hated it. Because that, and seeing that,
Yeah.
it was more funny than it was scary.
The scariest scene was molting. And
Yeah.
I don't, ugh.
It was just like a, ugh.
Yeah.
That's kind of gross.
Wasn't there another molt this week? I think there was another, yes, there was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
It was the week of molting.
It was the
Welcome
week of
to
molting.
molting week here at Tempe and Annie versus Evil.
That's really what we could have called it.
Yeah. Molting week.
Molting. That's
I like
the
it.
theme.
Yeah.
Molting.
Yep.
But all in all, it wasn't a terrible movie.
No. I'd watch it
was-
again.
I feel like it's your issue with what's the one?
A Cure for Wellness?
A Cure for Wellness, where it takes the point and just bashes you over the head with it repeatedly.
Yep.
And I don't know.
I don't
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
Moving on to another one that I honestly didn't quite like as much either. The Babadook.
I love this movie.
Yeah?
Yes. Had you seen it before?
Uh-huh. Oh, this is like my 8th watch of
Yeah,
it.
this is like my 20th watch.
Yeah.
But I learned something new
Okay.
watching it this time.
That the kid
Is not a complete asshole.
No. I don't think he's a complete asshole. Do I think he has some issues that need to be worked out in therapy, maybe? Possibly.
Yeah. But he's 6.
Yeah, he's 6.
And
Every 6-year-old's an asshole.
yeah, and he really he doesn't necessarily do anything overtly wrong.
Yeah.
He's 6, and if we're to believe what's going on in the movie, his mom hasn't been present his entire life.
Yeah.
And he's having to deal with a mother in grieving.
And no daddy.
And no daddy. And being picked on.
Clearly autistic and ADHD and not fitting in with other kids his age.
Yeah. This is an allegory for what happens when a family needs your help and nobody does shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Well, it's an allegory for, like, grief
and
mental illness that goes unchecked and undiscussed.
Yep.
Because, honestly, that is the biggest issue with any kind of mental illness.
Yeah.
Is shoving it under the rug and pretending it's not there.
Right, and
There's no shame in getting help if you need it.
no.
You know?
And so, we know, I'm going through postpartum depression right now.
Yeah.
And watching this movie while going through postpartum depression, I sit there and go, yep, that's about right.
Yeah.
That's about right. I mean, you have to admit, they nailed depression in this.
They nailed the depression. They nailed depression. They nailed the series of the steps of grief.
Yes.
Really,
Yes.
the grief cycle. They really nailed that. They really nailed the depression, the aching loneliness that she
Yes.
feels. Like that's palpable.
Palpable?
Palpable, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
palpable.
My mouth doesn't work today.
Nah, that's okay.
That's fine.
We just talk for a living.
Right? That's all. That's all.
Yeah, that's fine.
All I do is talk. And to be fair, yesterday was my other talking job.
Yeah, so you're all talked
I'm
out.
talked. Yeah, no. After this, I'm gonna go sit in my bed and not talk for the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm gonna be talked out.
That's what I do after this.
Yeah.
It's just not talk.
Yeah, I need a break.
Yeah.
I'm like, I already talked to you, and we talked to them.
Yeah. Who else do I need to talk to today?
And if someone's like, "Oh, how'd the podcast go?" Watch it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Just watch it.
Just watch it.
Just watch it. Stop asking me how it went and just watch
Just
it.
watch it.
I gotta say, this kid drops exposition
Yeah.
like a pro.
Oh, yeah.
Left and right and left and right. I loved it.
He's a good little actor.
He is a good little actor, and I tried to see if he's been in anything recently, and there was like a short from maybe last year.
Those kids that does one movie and then doesn't like it.
Yeah, and that's totally fair if you don't like it. But he's really good at what he did.
Yeah, he is.
He really would. Can you imagine getting home alone by your own kid?
I know.
Because that was that was embarrassing. I was embarrassed for her.
Yeah. And then she gets Gulliver's Traveled.
Yes! Thank you! No one ever gets a Gulliver's Travel. Oh my God.
I do. Gulliver's Travels.
The Babadook is a gay icon.
Yes, he is.
He's a gay... And I sent you the video.
Yes.
I sent you the video.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, I think it was 2018 maybe? Netflix messed up and put the Babadook under, like, Pride Month movies, queer movies, like movies with queer, icons. And it led to people going to the RuPaul's Drag Race finale dressed as the Babadook.
Yeah.
And somebody making an edit of the Babadook in RuPaul's Drag Race.
Entering the workroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm the Babadook, and I'm 486 years old, and I'm the manifestation of childhood mental illness. You may know me from my documentary where my parents tried to shove me back into the closet. It's iconic.
I love the end of this movie, though.
I do, too, because it's a beautiful message of the grief never leaves you. When you lose someone so important to you in your life, it never really leaves you.
Right.
But you can adapt and you can live with it.
And acknowledge it.
Yes.
Acknowledge it.
Because once again, ignoring it...
Makes it grow.
Makes it grow and makes it worse. You have to acknowledge it. And I love how not only does she acknowledge it, she feeds it.
Yeah.
She feeds into that grief.
Yeah.
And then she disengages.
Right.
Because you have to allow yourself to feel those emotions sometimes. You know?
Absolutely.
And, like, the allegory of this is beautiful.
Yes.
It really is. It's not one of my favorite movies. You know?
And that's fair. I was reading something about depression and anxiety. And how, those little, like, good and bad angels that live on the shoulder? That is how you should do, like, depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
Is you'd be like, good morning. Good morning. I know you're here, but we're going to go throughout our day.
Yeah.
And I understand that you're with me, but we're going to do it together.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how the Babadook did it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end.
At the end.
Yeah. But, and the line, okay, so when she goes down into the basement and she's seeing the Babadook, but as her husband... And he says, you can give me the boy. You can give me the boy now. Give me the boy now.
Stop calling him the boy.
Stop calling him the boy. But it was like, let him succumb to it too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And again, you can't do that.
No.
You just got to learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Feed it. Sit with it. Then disengage.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love how the little boy asks how it was today.
Yeah.
Like he knows now.
He knows.
Because she let him in.
Yeah.
And I'm big with that with my kids. If
Yeah.
I'm going through something.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to tell you, like, everything about it.
But I'm going to let you know, look, I'm going through something right now.
But Mama's having some feelings.
Yeah.
It's Mama's problem.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to become your problem, but Mama's going through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
him in. And that way...
when they go through it, they know they're not alone.
Exactly.
They're not the only ones.
This is what Mama was talking about.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think she did she was a good mom.
She was. She really was. She was trying her best.
Yes.
She really was. And, like, you don't get a how-to book on how to be the best parent.
No.
All you can really do is do what you think is best, and when you're like, oh, that's not working out.
Yeah.
My bad, little dude.
Yeah.
Mama messed up.
Yeah.
Let's change.
But you gotta let them know.
Yeah.
That you messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I got this.
That's
We'll figure this out together.
I think it is important to, if you bicker with your significant other in front of a baby, or I say baby, but in front of your children, I think it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because that happens in all relationships.
Yeah.
I think it is, however, incredibly important to apologize.
Yes.
In front of them.
In front of them. Well, and see, we have a rule at our house that whoever puts you in timeout has to be the one to go get you from timeout.
Yeah.
Because if one parent puts you in timeout and the other one goes to get you, well, then that one's rescuing you from them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we don't play that. If
Yeah.
I put you in timeout, I'm getting you out of timeout.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That.
Yeah.
Do you do like a little timeout bottle?
No.
Have you ever done one of those?
No, it's more of a, your silence. Once you're silent, you can come out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And see, I like to do timeouts as like meditation time.
Yeah.
So like you could do your breathing, but get a water bottle, fill it up with food coloring and different kinds of glitter, shake it up.
Yeah.
Here, watch it.
Yeah. we do the whole sit with your feelings.
Yeah.
Because, like, you are more than valid if you want to cry and scream. Mm-hmm. But I don't have to listen to it, so can you go do it in the other room? Yeah. You can do it all you want. But there's, like, 5 of us more here. Yeah. And
you're not the only one that wants to scream and cry right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So go do your screaming and crying in there, and when you're done, you can come out.
Yeah. Love that.
Go feel your feelings, and then when you're done, come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. This turned into a mommy blog.
Yes, it did, which is weird. This is a horror podcast.
Yeah, and kids are horrific.
Kids are horrific, especially this week.
So this next one, movie magic. This one is Kronos. Guillermo del Toro. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous little baby young Ron Perlman.
He was adorable in this.
Most of, like, a good majority of my notes are just talking about how cute Ron Perlman is and how he's a little baby.
He was adorable with that not gray hair.
Right, never seen that before.
Me either.
But, like...
I thought he was like a Steve Martin thing.
Like, he was always gray?
Yeah.
He came out the womb gray hair?
Yes.
And it would have suited him.
It's Ron Perlman.
But with the not gray hair, it works still.
It does. He was
adorable. It still worked, Ron. I liked it.
It was adorable. Yeah.
So this one proves that, once again, getting older is not as scary as the things that rich people will do to not get older.
Yes.
Because, my God.
Yeah. So, don't go messing with golden scarabs hidden in angel statues.
Yeah, if that angel statue is pouring out roaches and buggies, maybe just throw that statue away. Because my first note is, I would simply throw the gross statue away. I will not investigate.
Yeah, no.
I would just go, not worth keeping this in my antique store.
Yeah.
And when Ron Perlman came by looking for it, I'd go, oh, dude, it's in the dumpster. Help yourself.
Yeah, well, of course, anyone lost a lot of money.
Fair.
That was, I'm pretty sure, a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they seem to have the funds.
Yeah.
To do it. And look, I watched this one after I had read an article about this man, and I cannot remember the nationality, but he was like in his 60s and like would wake up, drink a vial of stem cells, would drink a gray mush that was just various vegetables blended together, and then inject himself with his son's blood.
Oh.
To try to be 18 again.
Oh.
And I was like...
That works so well for Zac Efron.
Did we not see or read Dorian Gray, guys?
Yeah.
Did we not?
Yeah.
And look. My gunkle,
yes.
If you don't know what a gunkle is, it is a gay uncle.
Yes.
My gunkle is saved in my phone as Dorian Gay.
Yes.
With his permission, though.
Yes.
You know, and it's not insulting.
No.
But... have these people never read Dorian Gray? Did they not see the Ben Barnes movie?
Yeah.
Like, or any of the other adaptations?
Because there's been a lot.
Just get old and die like the rest of us. Like, God.
What was inside the scarab? They just kept showing this, like, throbby thing.
It was the bug of Dorian Gray.
It was the bug of... Okay.
It was the bug of Dorian Gray.
Did you notice?
It was a tick that they had found on Dorian Gray and put inside this little golden scarab contraption.
I think it was cool looking.
It was really cool looking, but I didn't expect any less from Del Toro.
No, painful looking.
Oh, God, yeah.
And the little girl...
loved her.
Aurora?
Loved her. He
loves little girls... to play the, like, harrowing role.
He really does, but he also has this really great ability of getting the best performance out of them.
Yes.
Because I feel like he is a kind man.
Yes.
Everyone who has ever worked with him has only ever had beautiful, wonderful, nice things to say about him. So I feel like that kind of attitude is how you can really work with child actors and get the best performance out of them. Because, like...
Pan's Labyrinth.
Thank you. The Orphan.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I love Del Toro.
I love him so
I tell you,
much.
this did not rank high on my favorite Del Toros, though.
It wasn't. It didn't break the top 5.
No.
I don't think it was necessarily bad, though. It was the first time I had ever seen it.
Same here.
I think it was this one and Relic were the only ones I had. Oh, and Parasite.
Yeah.
That I hadn't seen. I don't know.
I liked it. I just felt like it wasn't your normal Del Toro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a Del Toro.
Yeah.
Except the little girl.
Yeah.
That was very
and the Ron
Del Toro.
Perlman.
And the Ron Perlman.
Which, I have a note in here that says Ron Perlman and his uncle are me and my uncle.
Did you notice the Spanish Pauly Shore?
No.
The guy who was rebuilding his face before he realized he was going to be cremated.
Oh, yes!
The Spanish Pauly Shore.
And you know...
Now it's my turn. Call me.
We will never fight over men.
No, we won't.
We will never fight over men.
No.
Ever, ever, ever. It was a good one.
It was good.
I wouldn't mind watching it again.
It was good.
It just didn't... It didn't crack the top 5 of the Del Toro movies.
No.
It really didn't.
No, it didn't.
Which is unfortunate.
I know. But it was older.
Yeah.
Maybe before he...
like, really got in the swing of things.
Yeah.
And, like, caught his stride.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was good.
It was good, but it wasn't,
Yeah, it wasn't.
Del Toro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has a young Ron Perlman.
Yes.
And it's cute.
It was
And by
cute.
it, I mean the Ron Perlman.
No, the Pauly Shore, like, more guy.
Which I think that there's a movie. I'll have to go back and look it up.
Is it a Pauly Shore movie?
But no, it was basically that guy.
Oh.
The Moore guy.
Oh.
But he could, like, talk to dead people. But, like, it looked so much like him.
The Dead Zone?
No, it was in Spanish.
Oh.
I
I
don't
watched
remember.
3.5 hours of Vietnamese television today.
That's fun.
It actually really was. They have, like, this little variety show.
Oh, I love that.
It was so cute.
That's
I loved
so
it.
cute.
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay, so our next one. Okay, hold on. It's Parasite.
It's Parasite.
I love this one.
I did too. I have a quote.
Okay.
He's got a fanboy personality.
I thought this was such a good one.
It was.
And like, I hadn't seen it before. I've been kind of holding out.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Me either.
And
Me
I
either.
Loved it.
I
loved it. It was my pick for the top movie of the week.
What a talented family.
What a talented family. Right?
What a talented family.
I have never seen a gaggle of con artists
Yeah.
work so well together as
I
these
know.
guys.
I know.
Which is great.
Can we talk about that awkward sex scene, though?
Oh, the one where they were on the couch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awkward.
That was awkward.
That was awkward. Nope. Not it for me.
This one was such a mood.
Yes.
I hate that I related to the con artist family, but
Yeah.
but when they're sitting around and he's like, we're gathered here today to celebrate the return of our Wi-Fi. Does that not hit so close to home?
As someone whose Wi-Fi is currently out again, because it keeps getting struck by lightning.
It's a mood.
Yes.
It's really a mood.
And they're okay. So I'm like on my phone, and my signal sucks if I am not connected to Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to load anything, and I have to hold my phone up because the higher you go, the more there's signal. And I'm sitting here like, this is me right now.
Yeah.
But I am. I'm not like squatting over my toilet.
Yeah.
But yet. Unless there's really good signal there.
Right.
But
she's gonna go home and try watch.
I am. I'm gonna go home and try, and then I'm gonna scam a family.
Right.
You know?
Oh, this one was a ride. Oh my god.
Yes.
I have this thing where, like, I get secondhand embarrassment when, like, something awkward happens in a movie to, like, where I'm like, oh god, I can't watch it. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't watch it. The secondhand stress, I was like... when they're under the table and I'm like, I go. And then like the dad's crawling out, and then the little dude turns on the light, and I'm like, oh god, oh god. It drove me. I loved this. It was beautifully done.
It
too.
was.
It was really beautiful.
There was a nice American Psycho business card scene.
Yeah.
You know, I loved that.
Loved
like,
that.
hey.
Everything with the peach fuzz.
Oh my god. They
Vile.
really thought this through.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I'm surprised they hadn't done this a million times already.
Right.
So, they were so good at it.
Yeah.
That's like, man, you're all pros at this.
Right?
And I kind of felt like this was their first time running a scam.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the sister's really good at, like, Photoshop.
And she's, like, a quick wit, you know? But, like, we could tell that she was a quick wit from the beginning.
Right.
You know?
So I didn't feel like they do this all the time.
No, I didn't get that vibe
that.
either. I didn't get that vibe either. Because, I mean, at the beginning, they're struggling to find work. They're struggling to find, you know...
Right.
Anything.
And then they get the rock.
And they get the rock.
I believe it was all the rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was all the rock.
It was all the rock. I personally believe that rocks have metaphysical powers.
Yes.
And this rock just kind of drove them a little kooky. That's all.
And then, surprise, there's other people living in the house, too.
Because they're not the only ones who are scamming and con artisting.
Yeah.
Turns out it just sucks to be poor, y'all.
Yeah, right?
It just sucks to be poor.
That was the allegory of this movie. It sucks to be poor.
Yeah, and God, oh my God, like, when they're under the table, and it's, like, right before the awkward sex scene.
Okay.
And he's talking about, like, oh, it smells like Mr. Kim. It's that weird, like, subway smell. Like, the people who ride this subway just have a certain stench about them. And, like, I was getting so angry for them.
Yeah.
Because, like, oh, rude.
Yeah.
It's rude.
Well, and then there's the kid who, you know, they all smell the same.
Yeah.
So now we all have to change our detergent.
And I mean, like, Jessica, I can't remember her Korean name, and I was so into it I didn't write anything down.
Yeah.
But her Americanized name was Jessica.
Yeah.
And she, like, when they were talking about it, she was like, no, it's this sub-basement smell.
Yeah.
Even if we did change and all used different fabric softeners and laundry detergents, we would all smell like we live in a basement because we do.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It was... And then the ending broke my heart.
Yes. Did he buy the house?
Mm-mm. He did not.
No?
No. He didn't buy the house. That was like his daydream. Like him dreaming of it. And then it cuts to him back in that basement. Just like sitting there. And then like, so long, Dad. Like, oh, man.
It was so sweet. But yet... So, I don't know. That third act, man.
Oh my God.
Got me.
Yeah.
Where he realizes just how out of touch
these people are.
Mm-hmm. Where he rolls him over to grab the keys.
Yeah.
And
when
he's
sitting there.
That's
and like,
it.
Of course, you know, the rich family isn't aware that this man's standing over his dying daughter.
Yeah.
But it's still someone who's dying.
Yeah.
And they're like, come on, what are you waiting for? We gotta go.
He's having a seizure. He's gonna die if we don't get him to the hospital within 15 minutes.
Yeah. Which, like, you can drive.
Yeah.
Drive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. It was... That scene was so foul. And, like, when he's doing that, I was like, you better kill that man. You better stab that man.
And lo and behold.
He sure did.
He sure did. And then he went into hiding in the house.
In the
house.
Yeah.
But, so now he's got to deal with the dead body down there.
Well, he took care of it.
Yeah.
He took care of it once, you know.
Right. And then the other guy who head smacks Morse code to take over the head smacking of the Morse code. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I really did too.
I thought it was dark and disturbing.
Disturbing, heartbreaking, heartwarming.
Yeah.
Touching.
And very allegorical.
Very allegorical.
But not in your face.
No, not at all. It wasn't like, here's the point.
Yeah, you could definitely take it at face value and it be a different movie.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
But it was done very well.
And I think that's what makes a good allegorical horror.
Yeah.
Is it's two different movies depending on how you watch it.
Yes. Exactly.
And that's why that's why I didn't care for Relic.
Exactly.
It's the same movie no matter how much you watch, no matter what frame of mind you watch it.
Yeah.
It's the same movie.
And, like, the point is thrown in your face within, like, the first act.
Yeah.
And then they just continuously throw it in your face for the rest of the movie.
Yep.
And this one, it's kind of a slow build-up. Like, you could watch it not knowing what the point of the movie is and go, wow, that was just a good movie.
Yeah. It was a slow burn horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, knowing it, you're like, oh no, this is horror through and through from beginning to end.
Yes, absolutely.
But a real life horror.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
It was just so good. I was
agree.
so impressed with it, and I'm so mad that it took me so long to get to it.
I'd never even heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
It won an Oscar.
Did it?
Yeah. It was a big
What?
deal because it was like it was like the first Oscar in a different, like, first movie to win an Oscar that was in a different language for the first time in years.
Well, and see, there's only been, 5 Oscars given to horror movies?
Yeah.
And it's usually for the soundtrack?
Mm-hmm. Or costume design.
Or costume
I feel like
design.
the costume design has won once.
So, yeah. I mean...
Right. But it won Best Picture.
They hate horror movies.
And that's fine, Academy.
Yeah.
We see you.
We see you. And we hate the Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's like if I'm reading something, it's like, this movie won an Academy Award, I go,
Okay,
and? Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, people care, but I don't know why.
My favorite thing to do is, like, right before they start to announce nominees for the Oscars, I like to watch new release movies and be like, Oscar bait. Oscar bait.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar bait.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar bait.
It's like that episode of Family Guy.
Yeah.
Where they're trying to win the daytime Emmy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
And
what it
it's
is.
funny to watch everybody try.
Yeah.
But
horror doesn't try.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Horror doesn't try to win an Academy Award,
No.
but when it does, that's how you know it is top-notch.
That's how you know it had a good soundtrack. That's all we're ever going to win for.
Well, no, Parasite won.
Yeah.
Best Picture.
But
I mean, it's probably going to be the last horror movie that wins
for
Best
another
Picture.
30 years.
At least. I would be surprised if another one won in our lifetime.
Yeah, it's kind of like a solar eclipse.
Yeah.
Full solar eclipse.
It's like a solar eclipse and a meteor shower happening on the same day.
Yeah.
It's just not
It's
gonna
not gonna
happen. So this next one, same allegory, same point.
Yes.
Done completely differently. The platform.
I love this movie so damn much.
I like it.
Uh-huh.
My only issue is when I watch a movie, I like to snack when I watch a movie. And there's so much gross eating in this movie, you can't.
True. That's true.
That's the only reason why it loses points in my eyes.
That's fair.
But I'm a snacker.
So
I gotta
what'd you
have a
do?
little snack.
So what'd you do last week?
Oh, I paused. It took me forever to get through the movies last week.
Yeah.
If you recall.
Yeah.
Because I'd watch it and be like, oh, I'm hungry. Let me stop this. Put it on MASH for a second
Yep.
so I can eat.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what I had to do with this one too.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, it's
Obviously. How many times did they say obviously in this movie?
Oh my god.
I loved it.
I loved it.
Obviously. Quit using my word. You can't have my word. Stop saying obviously.
And see, my favorite is the panna cotta is the message.
The panna cotta is the message.
Give that baby that panna cotta.
Thank you.
Give the baby the panna cotta. Because the baby's the message.
The baby's the message.
The baby's the
Okay,
message.
but the girl, not the baby.
Uh-huh.
The girl.
Yeah.
Such a badass.
Oh my god.
Such a badass.
Scared the living daylights out of me the first time I watched it.
I love this movie.
I was like, oh god, I don't want to be on her man's side.
No.
I don't want to look at her. She's gonna attack me.
The first time I watched this movie, because this was not the first time.
No.
I love this movie so much.
Yeah.
I watch it, This movie, the cold terror that went through me when they get below level 250.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he's doing the math and he's like, they can't be more than 250, levels. We'll just ride down. And then they're on level, 333. And you're just like, oh my god.
Did you get the allegory for the level 333?
What?
There's 2 people on every floor. 333 times 2.
That is 666.
Yep.
I have a quote for... Whoa.
Whoa.
I have a quote. Because I can't shit upwards.
I also have one of my first note is so much gross eating in this one, I forgot. And then I'm going to be foaming at the mouth because I'm going to like... You know I don't want to be too political.
Right.
But this one makes me want to be a little too political.
Yeah. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're writing down,
Okay.
I'm looking at the things that people have brought.
Yeah.
Who brings a surfboard to the platform?
I was wondering that too.
There's a surfboard in the platform. I get the dog.
Yeah. I get that. I'd want to bring my cat. I mean, I wouldn't bring my cat,
No,
but I'd
of
want
course
to.
I get the dog.
Yeah.
I get the rope.
I get the book.
I get the book. I get the knife.
Yeah.
The self-sharpening knife. Because that came in handy.
That did, yeah.
You know? I get some of the other things. I don't get the surfboard.
Shield? Maybe?
Maybe?
I don't know.
But you don't
It
really
didn't
know.
work.
You don't really know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I don't understand.
I will
Maybe
say,
they didn't understand either, and that's why they brought a surfboard.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I do have one thing political to say about this movie.
Okay.
Socialism works. Okay.
I was going to say, is it the prison system is broken and we're inherently causing these people to do slave labor?
No, but there's a good System of a Down song about that.
Yeah.
It's called The Prison Song. Yeah.
I think both points stand.
Yes.
Both points.
Socialism worked in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
I got there.
I want a platform too,
Yeah?
but I don't want a platform too.
I don't want a platform 2 because if what they went through in the platform worked, there doesn't need to be a platform 2.
No.
Do I think it did work? No.
No.
No. Do I want it to have
And
worked?
see,
Absolutely.
Okay, look. I have a problem.
Okay.
Because I remember the ending of the movie differently.
Okay.
I remember the platform landing on 0
Mm-hmm.
and the chef coming and taking the girl off.
Oh.
But that wasn't there when I watched
No.
it.
I wonder if there was an alternate ending or something.
Maybe.
Because that's very possible. That happens a lot. Did I tell you about the time I accidentally stumbled upon the alternate ending for Little Shop of Horrors?
No.
I was just watching it and get to the ends and I'm like, oh yeah, they're going to go to their someplace that's green.
Yeah.
And then Audrey 2 eats Audrey 1 and Rick Moranis, gets super massive, starts planting little other Audrey 2s all over the place and they take over the world.
I feel like I've seen that.
Right, but that's not the like theatrical release of the ending.
No. And I've watched all the alternate endings of The Butterfly Effect.
Yeah. There was a lot for that one.
There was.
There was a lot for that one.
My favorite one is probably your least favorite.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, damn, what a good ending to a movie.
So, with a little bit more movie magic, we're going to move on to the house that Jack built.
Yes, we are.
Look, I'm going to say something right now. I identified with Verge so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you think you're an artist again.
Yes.
Oh, no, I don't care about it, but you're going to talk about it anyway, so just go ahead.
And yet, husband who walked in before the second incident
Uh-huh.
and watched the whole movie with me. This was his introduction to Lars von Trier.
Oh.
Yeah. Mine was Dancer in the Dark,
Okay.
which I didn't know was a Lars von Trier.
I didn't either.
Björk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Björk.
Björk. Lars von Trier.
No.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know. He started singing Uma Thurman by the Fall Out Boy. Uh-huh. And then he immediately started rambling about Dante's Inferno, which...
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
Fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually liked it. And I'm like, it's Lars von Trier. This is the only Lars von Trier without full penetration.
It really is, isn't it?
There was no peen.
No peen. And, like, there was a moment where I thought we were gonna get, like...
Yeah.
Cut.
Yeah.
It cut right before it. And I was like, what's going on, LVT?
Where's the peen? I mean, I was glad.
Yeah.
I don't like Matt Dillon. Or...
I don't necessarily want to see his stuff.
Matt Dillon is a great actor because I always hate him.
Yeah.
I always hate him.
He's another one of those where you want to meet him because you're like,
you can't.
Are you evil? Are you truly, actually evil? Or are you just a really good actor?
Have you seen Crash?
Yes.
Where he molests Thandie Newton? Mm-hmm. 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 He's always that guy.
Yeah.
He was perfect for this movie.
He really was.
He really was.
He really was.
They did a great portrayal of some OCD thoughts.
Oh, God, yes.
Where he's in the van and he keeps picturing there's blood behind the picture. I gotta go check behind the picture. There's blood under the stool. I gotta go check the stool. They did. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Me with my stove.
Yep. The front door.
The front door. The back door.
Uh-huh.
All of the windows in the house.
Mine was my bed made.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, like, the day I go, shh, I forgot to make the bed. No, I didn't.
The dryer.
The dryer.
The dryer for me. If I leave the house and I go, did I turn off the dryer? What if I didn't turn off the dryer? What if I didn't clean the lint trap enough? And I'm going to come home and there's going to be a dryer fire and I'm going to lose everything again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like...
You know what helps with it?
What?
When you go to, like, turn off the stove or make your bed, you gotta, after you do the task, and this is, look, I'm so sorry. You have to go...
Oh, see, that's my deja vu dance.
Well, because then when you're like, oh my God, did I make the bed? You'll remember you went...
Yeah. Oh, well, yes, because there's a Bob's Burgers episode.
Uh-huh.
Where Bob gets in a fender bender, and they're complaining that Jean has a song for everything. And she's like, no, you pulled out into traffic without turning on your blinker because Jean didn't sing the blinker song.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice the, So you know how, like, each director has their, okay, this scene is going to be in the movie.
Uh-huh.
Like, no matter what the movie is, there's that scene.
Yeah.
Matt Dillon standing in the rain.
Yeah.
Had to have somebody standing in the rain.
Have somebody standing in the rain.
Oh, my God. Although this rain was like, yeah, he's going to get away with it.
Yeah.
He's going to get away with it.
Do you think he got away with it, or do you think they shot him and
now he's in hell?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely in hell.
I mean, he's definitely in hell.
He's definitely in hell.
But do you think he got away with it?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I choose to believe that he didn't.
You know, look.
This may be wishful thinking, but I choose to believe he didn't.
I'm really sad we didn't get to see if his experiment worked or not.
I think it would have.
I don't know.
I think it would have.
I think he had too many people.
I think with the first bullet that he had, it would not have worked.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. But a Full Metal Jacket, Trigger. God, that movie.
Can I say it? I hate that movie. I hate that movie.
I've never seen it.
Good. Don't.
I
hate
know.
it.
I've only seen that one scene. And every time I'm, like, scrolling through channels...
It's that scene.
It's that scene. I've never seen anything but that scene. I don't know shit about the movie.
Honestly, that's about when I stopped watching, too.
Yeah.
Because
And look, I can watch, like, Marine movies. I can.
Yeah.
I can sit through I liked Hacksaw Ridge.
Okay.
I can sit through, like, war movies and stuff. I have no interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
This is not our first movie that made a big deal about William Blake, either.
It's not.
Saint Maud.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's
It's a horror icon.
Yeah, really. Absolutely.
Horror icon.
This reminded me of a real-life phenomenon. There's one scene particularly that reminds me of a real-life phenomenon. And it's when he's... I think it's the... Is it the third or the fourth incident with the family?
I believe that was the third.
I think it's the third. But during, like, towards the end of the third, where she's, like, hiding in that little ditch, I went, she's a ditch sitter.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a ditch sitter?
A ditch sitter?
Somebody who just sits in a ditch, like when you're driving
Yes.
along?
Yes.
If you haven't, you'll always see them now.
Yeah.
Like, because it never, like, it never clicked with me.
Yeah.
Until someone was like, oh, yeah, it's just ditch sitters. They just sit in ditches sometimes. And I see them everywhere now.
Why didn't they take the hats off? They kept the hats on the whole damn time.
And he clearly wanted them to put them on for a reason. And, like, once he went kind of kooky, I would have taken him off and, like, boop.
Yeah.
Made it look like I was hiding behind a bush or something.
Put him somewhere else.
Right?
Don't wear the red hats.
Don't wear the red hats.
He's hunting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, talk about...
Georgies don't do well in horror movies.
No, they always lose a limb. I wouldn't let Matt Dillon touch my boobs.
I wouldn't let Matt Dillon touch me with a 10-foot pole.
No. Although I did enjoy the titty on a windshield.
I kind of enjoyed the titty coin purse.
Yeah.
And I was watching that, like, he pulled, I didn't want her boobies to go to waste, or blah, blah, blah. And I looked at it, and I went, if you try to do that with mine,
yeah,
you'd get an overnight bag.
Get a crossbody.
Yeah.
Little crossbody.
Crossbody messenger bag, you can fit everything in
there.
there.
Look, when she gets loose, right, before he turns her into a titty windshield. She gets loose and she's crying to the cops. You know, he says he's killed 61 people. I need your help. Yes, I've been drinking. That's how Dahmer got away. And I'm thinking, how beautiful to put this into a movie to enrage people who weren't enraged.
Yeah.
Before about the Dahmer thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm just gonna say, all colors are beautiful.
Look, so I watched Justified.
Okay.
I have all the seasons on DVD. I love Justified. I'm a huge Timothy Olyphant fan. I love him.
Okay.
The guy in the ammo store is from Justified.
No way! Al?
Yes.
I loved it. I have a note about him, but that was... you stop screaming at Al. He's a sweet man.
Yeah, mine says poor Jeremy Davies. I love him. And in Justified, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But he's a bad guy. But he's a bad guy that we need for the storyline.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when Verge is taking him to hell, basically, they get to a place that looks suspiciously familiar to me. When they're like, there's like that watermill, and then they're looking over the forest. Was that or was that not Eden from Antichrist?
It was because they did have Antichrist in it.
Yeah,
they flashed to Antichrist and
Nymphomania
and Melancholia, right?
Yes, and Melancholia.
Okay,
but that was when he was talking about, people think that we make art about the things we can't do and blah 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 blah. His whole faux psychobabble artistry talk.
Right.
Verge was like, and loved Verge.
Yeah.
Loved him. He was our guide through the river Styx. Loved that.
That was gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, that was gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. And, was this your first time watching this one?
Yes.
It was my second time watching this one. Fell asleep the first time I watched it, though. So I missed, I fell asleep around Incident 3. So it was my first full watch through.
Right.
But I remember the Uma Thurman scene.
Of course.
Because I love Uma
Thurman.
And I, too. To the face.
Yeah.
But, finishing this one after watching Antichrist, I saw that wooded area and I was like, okay, yeah, so right here. Confirming Eden is a gateway to hell in my mind. I don't know if it's canon, if it's official. In my mind, was Eden a gateway to hell? Yes. And you know what? You know what it makes me think? All those faceless women that were surrounding Willem Dafoe.
Jack's victims.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Not just Jack's victims.
Right. Because
other victims.
He did kill men too. He just doesn't talk about them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, apparently, Lars von Trier was accused of being...
misogynistic?
Yes.
Yes.
And... no. He's not.
He's not. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to meet him, though.
I would.
I feel like I'm not smart enough to meet this man.
I feel like if Lars von Trier offered you a moment of his time,
I'd take it. I just don't think he'd enjoy my presence.
I've changed my ultimate life goal.
Hold on. Question.
Yeah.
Would you trust Lars von Trier with your drink at a party?
Yes.
I don't know if I would.
I would, because he'd spill it, and then he'd make beautiful art with it. And then he'd be like, I was having a moment.
That's why I wouldn't trust him, because that's a party foul.
He's like, I was having a moment, and I made you this. He Lars von Trier. But I would do the, like you've seen the Boondocks, right? The TV show,
yeah.
It would be like a pimp named Slickback. It's like Lars von Trier.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Lars von Trier, did I tell you? Oh, Lars von Trier,
Mr. von Trier!
Look, I don't get claustrophobic.
You don't?
No. I'm not a big claustrophobic person.
Lucky.
Oh my god, this movie made me so claustrophobic when they're going through, and the thing, and this was worse than The Descent. The Descent didn't bother me. This movie bothered me.
Yeah.
I kept, finding myself trying to catch my breath.
Yeah.
And I had a funny moment.
Uh-huh.
Because this movie ended a lot like Barbarian.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It did.
With the beautiful song at the end. With the perfect...
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back. I love that. That was brilliant. That was beautiful.
I was watching that one in my bedroom. I've got a cat in front of me asleep because my youngest of the cats, when I'm watching and taking notes, and you can see by the tip of this pen.
Yes.
And this is brand new. I just started using this today.
Yeah.
She will, bap at my pens and stuff, but she fell asleep right here. I have another cat on the other side of me, and the first note of that song hits, and I go, ha! Yep. And they both jumped up and went,
I did the exact same thing. I heard that first note and went, it's perfect!
It's perfect!
It was, this soundtrack wasn't your normal Lars von Trier soundtrack.
No, we get Fame, and Hit the Road Jack.
Yeah.
And
a lot of fame.
A lot of fame. And that song came on when I was in the car with my brother the other day, and he went, "You gotta watch The House That Jack Built, man." And I was like, what's the connection here? And he went, it's just like the only song that they play in the movie. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh my god, they really play Fame a lot. Which I don't mind. I like that song too. I like that song.
I love this movie. This movie is amazing, and I will watch it so many more times.
It's a good one.
It is a usual Lars von Trier runtime. I am warning you.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to go watch it, it's 2.5 hours long.
Can I read to you my very first notes?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this shit. Wait, 2.5 hours? Fucking hell. Wait, have I seen this one before? Wait, is that Uma Thurman?
And see, I was so surprised at Antichrist. Because it was an hour and 40 minutes?
Yeah, it was.
That's not a Lars von Trier.
Yeah, not the usual runtime.
No.
Not the usual
But
runtime.
then again, as we all know, I've said it before, I tried to sit down and watch Nymphomaniac and accidentally watched the director's cut.
Yeah.
So 4.5 hours later.
And I really cannot complain, seeing as how I exclusively watch the extended editions of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Sometimes all of them in one day.
Yeah.
So I really can't complain. But I did. Watch me.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again.
But I feel like this movie didn't feel like a 2.5 hour runtime. I was intrigued the whole way through.
It didn't. It really didn't. It, honestly, at times it felt like it was two different movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like after Incident 2, it turned into a different one.
Yeah. This was a gory movie.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Her face, after it's been... You know who that was? It was Men in Black. I wanted some, sugar.
Yeah.
Some, sugar water.
Some sugar water.
Yeah.
No shit! Oh, I wonder why she looks so familiar!
That was her!
Oh!
She wanted some sugar water, and Jack took her face off.
And, hire an interior decorator because... Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Girl, get you some
This is a
curtains.
great movie. I recommend it.
I do too.
Go to Bloomingdale's, get you a new dress. I would recommend this movie.
I would too.
To somebody who has the attention span to sit through a 2.5 hour movie. I know quite a few people who don't.
Yeah, I do too.
But if you have the attention span, do it.
And if
It's
you like
good.
Lars von Trier and haven't seen it,
Yeah, do it.
you watch it.
Yeah.
There's no penetration.
This time.
This time.
For once.
That's a selling point for this movie. You don't have to worry about penetration.
Right.
Okay? Go watch The House That Jack Built. Penetration free.
Is it gore free?
No, it's not gore free.
No.
But it is penetration free.
It is penetration free. So, what's going to be the poster?
I don't know. What do you think? Whose week is it to?
It's yours.
It's my week?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know.
Right?
I'm going to have to think about that.
Right?
I'm going to have to think long and hard.
Well, I guess you'll find out next week.
Next week.
When you see it on the wall.
We need a word.
Ooh, what's the word?
Windshield
Molt.
titty. Molt. Molt.
Molt.
I like it. Molt.
Yeah.
Go there.
Go
Or
there.
for those of you on Spotify, TAAVE Horror, Instagram, Twitter, let us know, Molt. We'll send you stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to know what we're doing next week, want to watch along with us, find out where to stream them, Patreon.
Yeah. Watch us spin the wheel and figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah. And then you won't get anything spoiled because you've watched it too.
And you can watch along with us.
Yep.
Follow along. If you watched any of these movies and you have something to say about them, let us know. Hit us up on social media. Tell us what you thought.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Me too.
Same.
All right.
Bye.
Bye guys.